Not surprisingly, the auto company known for its handling and reliability also has the best gas mileage. Honda, the most fuel-efficient auto company in America.
Hello and welcome to Tech 101. I'm Eric Hesseldahl, Senior Technology Writer here at BusinessWeek.com. This is our weekly video podcast where we try to answer your questions about technology and in plain English. Send us your questions. The address is tech101@businessweek.com. We'll do our best to give you an answer that you can understand. Our question this week comes from Ben in Brookings, Oregon, who's got a problem with storage. Dear Tech 101, I'm running out of space on an external hard drive I use for backing up important files from my PC. I've heard it's now possible to use an online service for backing up files. Is this a better alternative to spending $200 or more for a new large hard drive? Well, Ben, first of all, let me congratulate you. You're a consumer who knows the importance of backing up your data. Now, most consumers learn the hard way. If something happens to your computer, the hard drive crashes, something gets damaged, it's really difficult and very costly to get those important files back, even if you can. And very often you can't. So good for you for knowing to back up. There's a lot of great ways to back up. You've got an external hard drive. Here's one like this. This one stores about a terabyte, which is 1,000 gigabytes, and we use it around the office here to store data, store video data actually. And so that would run you about $800. Most consumers will usually buy something in the 500 gig range, which will cost about $200. It's also, it's great to use a CD burner or a DVD burner to back up your drive. And it's important to get it done. I can't stress enough the importance of backing up the important stuff. If it's important, make several copies. Now, let's talk about your question about the online services for a second. First off, let me say the jury is still out, but I like what I see. Now, what are the obvious benefits? First off, when you use an online backup service, your files are backed up not locally, as in your home and on your local computer, or even on an external drive like this one. They're off-site. You upload them to a server over the internet, and the company that operates the service takes the job of managing the backup out of your hands. It's like outsourcing the job. So makes it easy for you, plus it's off-site. That's an obvious benefit. Now, let's talk about the pitfalls a little bit. It's not free. There's sometimes limitations, although sometimes there's no limitations as to how much you can store. Plus there's also the potential that someday, some way, some hacker may be able to get at your data even if they really wanted to badly enough. So you're probably wondering whether or not this data is secure, or whether or not a hacker will ever be able to get access to it. The answer is probably not. The reason is when the data is being uploaded from your computer to the Mozy service, it's protected by 128-bit SSL encryption, which is essentially the same as what protects credit card transactions when you buy something online. Once it's there, it's protected by 448-bit blowfish encryption, which is pretty strong. And that essentially means that there's nothing in the world that can unlock your data other than a password that you choose. Service I like right now is Mozy.com. And one of the reasons I like them is they offer you unlimited storage for a very reasonable price. Now it's free to try, and with that free trial you get 2 gigabytes of storage. And what Mozy essentially gives you is an application that will run in the background of your computer and handle automated backup tasks, uploading your data to the internet server when you're not using your computer. So take a quick look right here. You can see I've just done a backup. Didn't do a very big one. I just selected a batch of files that I knew wouldn't take very long. And it says that my files were backed up about an hour ago. And the one major complaint that I have with Mozy, and I think everybody who uses it will say this, the initial backup takes time. If you've got several gigabytes of data, whether it's photos and documents and music and maybe some video, it's going to take a lot of time to get up from your computer to your server. One of the reasons for that is that broadband connections are faster pushing data down to your computer than they are up. So it'll take a lot of time because in this case the data is going up from your computer to the Mozy server. So it could take several days. Mozy will break up the job for you, and you can throttle back and forth the amount of bandwidth that it can use on your connection. So it'll take several days, but once it's done, it's done. After that, the backups don't take quite as long. When you're not near your computer, you can set it to back it up in the middle of the night, for instance, when you're not anywhere near it. the backups won't take quite as much. It'll take what's new, what's been changed, and make a regular backup at an interval you choose, say weekly or daily or several times an hour if you want. So it's a terrific service, and generally I like what I see with it. The service is unlimited storage for about $4.95 a month. You subscribe for a year, they'll give you a month free, so you work out about a little less than $55 for a year. And if you pay up front for 2 years, they'll give you 3 months for free. Now you need a broadband connection, maybe a cable modem or a DSL line. The dial-up just isn't going to cut it because there's just too much data to push through the pipe. Secondly, right now, Mozy is only available for Windows users running Windows XP. However, I'm told that as soon as March of '07, sometime in the next few weeks, there will be a version available for the Mac. So if you're a Mac user, you can look forward to that. Now, in addition to Mozy, you should probably take a look at a couple other services. One I'd like to mention is Carbonite. It's $49.95 for a year. They offer unlimited storage, only available for Windows. It's at carbonite.com. And additionally, you should also take a look at xDrive, a service that's owned by AOL. And you can sign into that with your AOL username and password. And they offer you 5 gigabytes for free. So 2 other services worth considering. So Ben, there you have it. There's a couple of services to consider. I wouldn't throw away your hard drive just yet, but if you're interested in trying out some of these online backup services, I'd certainly give them a go. I certainly like what I see right now, so definitely worth a try. That wraps it up for Tech 101 for this week. Remember to send us your questions. The email address is tech101@businessweek.com. We'll do our best to answer them in plain English. And remember, technology should be easy, and when it's not your fault. See you next week.
Not surprisingly, the auto company known for its handling and reliability also has the best gas mileage. Honda, the most fuel-efficient auto company in America.